यूटी न्यूज के इस विशेष बुलेटिन में आप सभी दर्शक मित्र देखें कि के साराचंद्र बोस किस तरह से इंडिया का नाम बदलकर महाभारत देश और छुआछूत एवं जाति प्रथा के खात्मे के लिए बरसों से लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं। इनके इस आंदोलन से न कि करोड़ों लोग जुड़े हुए हैं बल्कि उनके आंदोलन में भाग लेते भी हैं।
300 साल पहले इधर जाति नहीं था, वर्ण व्यवस्था था, वो जाति नहीं था। गलत से इधर आप बोल रहे हैं वो जाति वर्ण जाति है, वर्ण व्यवस्था जाति व्यवस्था नहीं था। हिंदू का सनातन धर्म बोलो, मेरे को बोलो, एक हिंदू बोलो मेरे को, क्या है सनातन धर्म? हिंदू का बोलो क्या धर्म है? तुझ लोग हमारी सेवा की सेवा जानवर, ये सनातन धर्म। 125 करोड़ से ना इधर एक आदमी मेरे को बोलो नहीं जाति मांगता है, मैं बात करें। एक अखबार में बोल सकता है, टीवी को बोल सकता है,
सोशल मीडिया पे
डाल सकते हैं that I don't want caste in my country.
Yes, sir.
Everyone. I means what? Every person. Every person say like that. I don't want caste. I hate caste. I don't want caste.
Okay.
Caste is animalism. ठीक है, animalism. Caste. We want human beings. ठीक है, sir. India will shine. India will shine like anything.
Today we are with Mr. K.K. Bose, a well-known personality from India. He's been in Dubai, mashallah, since almost 38 years. And today we will get to know and we will get more about him, what he do and all the activity which he's been doing for social people. Can you tell us something about you and your all the activity and everything?
Yes, basically I'm a lawyer. I'm in Dubai for the last 38 years.
Okay.
I'm a member of the International Bar Association, also a member of the Indian Bar. I always say that law is for my bread and butter, but I'm mainly a social activist. I like to do service for the society, especially for the downtrodden. I'm known as Airport Bose. I'm known as Onam Bose. Airport Bose is mainly because I'm the one behind getting international status for the 5th international airport in India. That's after independence in Trivandrum. Then I'm known as Onam Bose because I am the one who introduced Onam in this part of the world in 1992. 92, 93, 94, 95, I did Onam here. So then, apart from all this, I have been into caste eradication in India. I don't know whether many people in this part of the world are aware of caste in India. Under the Indian system, people called caste. People are divided by caste, like upper caste, lower caste, scheduled tribe, untouchable, Dalits. These are all the words, phrases used in India to identify people. So this started when I was a child. When I was about 5-6 years of age, I belonged to a rich family. My father was rich. So at the time when workers come out from the field to have their food, I saw workers were given food in different ways. Few workers were given food in an enclosed place like this, and majority, the rest of the people were given food in the field, pitch deck, leaves inserted, because they were treated as untouchables at the time. Nobody should touch them. Yeah. So I didn't know. I used to play with them, the frogs, cats, snakes, or roaming around the food, even with mud. They used to eat like, animals eating. I cannot say anything more than that. But I didn't know. When I grew to 17, 18, 19, I started thinking, what is this all about? That was the time I started my research. I thought I have to go deep into it and see what is all this. Then I bought all this, I can say available books at the time. We call it Vedas, Shastras, Puranas, Idihasas, then Bible, Quran. All those scriptures available, I bought and I started studying to find out what is all this about. It took about, I can say, 40 years. And then in between, I had several opportunities. I say that God given. Otherwise, a person who is living here like me, I'm having an excellent life here. I say like that, wonderful life. I've been having me, my family and all. So, but still, God took me to different places like slums in India.
Okay.
Right? So I was appointed as a one-man NRI commission in 2001 after the Gujarat earthquake. Okay, that Bhuj, what we call earthquake in Bhuj.
Okay.
I went there with a journalist to see, because the reason was that we were reading in newspapers, seeing TVs and all in this part of the world, in Dubai and other places, that even after earthquake, relief aid, distribution of relief aid done in Gujarat was based on caste and religion.
Okay.
So we decided, the people here decided, Mr. Bose, you go and find out. So I went with the journalist, stayed there for 10 days, interviewed hundreds of people. And they told me, I've seen, they told me, the so-called lower caste people are not getting anything. All these relief and materials were taken by upper caste people, and nobody bothers for lower caste. I saw it, right? And they told me, sir, cats and dogs can enter into houses of people, but we cannot, because we are untouchables, we are Dalits, we are lower caste. I was really pained, right? And then in the year 2008, it so happened that I visited a village called Satna in Madhya Pradesh. I'm a member of the World Hunger Project. We were 62 members from around the world. I can say I was the only Indian.
Okay.
All the rest were from Australia, Canada, America, London, Singapore, China, like that. We went to see to Satna to see the project happening there. We were all funding that. Okay, the World Hunger Project, how they do it. There, the village people asked us in public. They are addressing all the foreigners who are assembled there. Do you have similar untouchability in your country? I was shocked. When these people asked them, explain what does it mean, they said, look, we don't have drinking water. We have to walk 4, 5, 6 kilometers and fetch water on our shoulders. But there is enough water in the next well. Too much water, but untouchable. Because we are Dalits, we cannot draw that water. We have to draw. We have to draw water, fetch water from 5, 6, 7 kilometers. Again, I was shocked. In my country still, these things are happening. I'm living in Dubai,
Sure.
a place where everyone is respected.
Yes.
This is what I know, this is what I have seen all these years. But when I go back to my country, no respect. This is the respect. Upper caste, lower caste, touchable, untouchable. So in the year 2008, I wound up my research. Then I thought enough is enough, because I had almost everything with me. Then I made it out, thousands of documents I had collected. It was edited, it took 4 years to edit all these documents into a small book. I know if I bring volumes, nobody will understand. So I published a book called Caste Away, India, Hinduism and Untouchability, which is a legal notice. I made it in that format. The book is a legal notice. It's not for sale. Anybody can download. I tell you, millions of people around the world have read my book. Anybody can just download and make a book and print it. So then I served my notice on 30th of November 2013 to Government of India. And I say the notice is to the entire world. Anyone getting that book, it's a notice on him. That he has to behave. He has to treat another human being as a human being. That is what my book means. Be it anyone. And from there I gave 13 months notice, 13 months time to Government of India. I made 2 demands in that book, in the legal notice. One is, declare everyone in my country as Brahmins. Now I will get back to that. I don't know whether many people understand, particularly in this part of the world, Brahman and all this, what it means.
Okay.
The system that we had in our country, there was a class system. Varna, we call Varna. Chatur Varna, 4 Varnas. Varna, the original meaning is color, skin color.
Okay.
Varan, we call Varna, Sanskrit word. Original meaning is skin color. Everything started from that, skin color. So this dates back to more than 5,000 years. Nobody has fixed that time. Nobody knows. But it's much before 5,000 years. We have only one skin colored people. They are called Adivasi, Aborigine people. We call it Ekavarna. There was only one Varna, one skin color. The black skinned Adivasi, Aborigine people. I say the predecessors of all of us. Then what happened? Few people, and it was forced. If you look at the time of creation, let's say the first man and first woman was created by God. This is what everybody believes. Correct? In the Western world, we call Adam, Eve, Adam, Hawa. In our Indian system, we call Manu, Shatrupa. The first man, Manu, the first woman, Shatrupa. From that Manu came Manav, Manishya. We call in India Manav. I am a Manishya, I am a Manav. This is what in our language we call like that. Correct? And from there came the entire human beings. So these are all one. We are all one from the same source, one source. Nobody has ever disputed that. And it's also proved by science that the first creation, man and woman, were black in color. It's all established by science. Because there was no other choice at that time. The whole world was black. There was only forest, no cities, because there was nobody to make a city. We made a city. Correct?
Yes.
So all our predecessors, ancestors were born in jungles, forests. When they multiplied, people went out, started making cities, cutting trees, sunlight comes, and then we go and live in a cold weather. After maybe thousands of years, our children, their color changes. This simple science. Right? So what happened? Those who left and then came back with more fairness in skin, they started fighting with their own Kitangi, can I can say, but they didn't know that time. They fought, defeated, and that's how we call it Dvivarna, 2 colors, black and white, or fair. Right? Thousands of years passed. Again, another set of people came with more fairness on their body, skin. They started fighting and they defeated the rest of the people. They introduced another class called, we call Chaturvarna, the 4 Varnas, 4 colors. The fairest one is called Brahman. Red colored one is called Kshatriya. The brown colored one is called Vaishya, and the black colored one called Shudra. This is all I am talking before 5,000 years. Thousands of years passed. They found it difficult to hold on to that system. Then they converted that system into another system called, again name is Chaturvarna, but based on working class. Brahman, the one who does, one who learns and teaches. Only they can. Getting knowledge and giving knowledge was restricted for them. The next one is called Kshatriya, warrior, the one who protects. Okay. The other one is Vaishya, trader, by selling. The fourth one we call Shudra, or the untouchables, the black-skinned Adivasi Aborigine people. Or put in another way, those who were defeated. Correct? So that system was continuing. Now we come to the, let's say, the modern age. When I say modern age, I can say prior to 5,000 years. We have history, what we call Mohenjo-daro Harappa civilization in India. Correct? And then came Sri Buddha, Buddhism, 2,500 years back. Buddhism came. So the system that was continuing, why Buddhism came? History says it was required at that point of time because of the system that was happening in our country, in India. One man cannot touch another man, should not touch another man because of this Varna system. Caste was not there at that time. Caste system was not there. Chaturvarna system was there. Okay. Brahman should not touch another one because he will get polluted. You got my point? So that system continued till the Britishers came to India. 300 years, you can see, the past 300 years. They ruled for around 300 years India. Before they entered into India, there was no caste system. There was class system, which I told you. But caste system was not there. Now, many people in India, they do not understand what is the difference between class and caste. The Chaturvarna, what we call the four class system, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, they do not understand the difference between that and the caste system. They still believe the caste system is the same of the class system. It is not. Now I have revealed it. Even I was thinking it's the same, whereas it is not. Why? In the class system, the previous class system, a Shudra, we call Shudra, untouchable. Okay? Suppose he gains fairness in his body. He was considered as a Brahman. He could go there and sit there in the majlis of Brahmins. Correct? In the other class also, in the working class also, a Shudra, untouchable, who is doing all the menial works, cleaning toilets, and all. His job is that. He should not do any other job, according to the system. But he could, if he gained knowledge. Gaining knowledge for him was not easy. But by hook or crook, suppose he gained knowledge, he was recognized as a Brahman. That system. We have examples. Vedavyasa, Valmiki, all of them were Shudras at one point of time. They gained knowledge and they were recognized as Brahmins, Rishis, what we call. But in the caste system, impossible. Are you getting the point?
Yes.
Yeah. In the caste system, that's not possible. A person born into a caste always remain in that caste.
Yes.
And his children, grandchildren, his progeny, the entire people remain in that. That is the tricky position in the caste system, which people do not know. Most of the people in India, they do not know.
Which is dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Dangerous, yeah.
Which is very dangerous. That's why there is no growth for India. Right? So this I found out and I revealed. For example, to substantiate what I say, we had President of India, we had Chief Justice of India. Okay? You know how they were addressed? I don't want to name them and tarnish their image, but everybody know. As soon as the President of India was appointed, how he was addressed in the newspapers, TV and all. The man who came from untouchable Shudra, Dalit class, what respect he will have whenever he goes out. India, it's okay, no respect at all. I know that. Everybody knows. He is treated as a Dalit. Suppose he goes to another country like America, Canada, UAE, right? What respect he has? If he doesn't have a respect, what respect do we have as Indians? Good point. So I have decided to end this system. Somebody has to work for it. I have decided to bring an end to this nonsensical system. Because there is no sense remaining in this. It was okay during that slavery period. Because there was nobody to question. Even the slave holders, I say like this, slave masters, they didn't know what they were doing was wrong. They thought what they were doing was right. I am drawing your attention back to 1857. American Supreme Court in 1857. American Supreme Court ruled, that's a ruling, that slaves have no rights. They are like land or house, immovable property. They can be bought and sold. It's a judgment from the American Supreme Court. Everyone will have to accept. At that time accepted. Who can question? Right. But later, I think about 75, 80 years later, the American Supreme Court changed the decision. They said, no, slaves are human beings. You got a point? My salutations for such wisdom. At one point of time, people were not wise enough. But then wisdom fell into them, they realized that they changed. But that wisdom has not fallen into my country even as of this moment. My country is still in the Stone Age because of the caste system. Now, again to substantiate what I say, Supreme Court of India has passed several rulings. Prior to that, I will go to the British Indian courts while Britishers were ruling India. They passed several judgments. Look, it was a policy by the British. Wherever they go, divide and rule. It is known to the world. And also, I do not blame anyone. What has happened in the past, that was good at that time. Right? But now, time has changed. So I am not blaming anyone for the action they have done in the past. No. I say, let us forgive and forget. But that cannot be permitted now. Right? So, they passed several rulings. They wanted to dismantle everyone in India. Dismantle in the sense, Kshatriya, what we call Kshatriya means warriors, fighters. Okay? They wanted to make them Shudras, untouchables.
Till now.
No, at that time.
That time, okay.
Okay? So what they did, how you make a person? If a court, let's say a judicial authority, a court passes a judgment that this man, this person is not a man, is an animal. That's an animal. If a king says it is not enough, but if a court says it is enough, that is what justice. Correct? That's the system. They knew it. So they used British Indian courts at that time, passed several judgments. Almost all the Kshatriyas, warriors in India, they declared as untouchable Shudras. Of course, few of our own people supported the British court. Those people went to the British Indian courts and gave on oath saying that there is no Kshatriya, there is no warrior in India. All these warriors were killed by a Brahmin, Parashuram. Sri Parashuram killed all of them before thousands of years. So there is no Kshatriya here. And the British Indian courts ruled. They had judgments. From that time, any Kshatriya who wanted to fight, his weapon will not rise. He will not come out because he is Shudra. He is untouchable. His moral character is demolished. You got a point? It was a planned strategy. So by several judgments, the British Indian courts ruled majority of the Indians
97% of Indians are untouchable Shudras and only 3% touchable Brahmins in India. There are rulings, and our constitution is a follower of those rulings. Are you getting? I want the people, the listeners, to understand it very carefully. Okay? Now let us come to independence. We got independence in 1947. A constitution was to be drafted. Indian constitution. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was appointed as the chairman of the constitution. One side. And he was at that time considered as untouchable Dalit. Dalit name was not there at that time. But he was considered as untouchable. Nobody should touch. But he was made chairman of the Constitutional Committee. The other side, decision makers, Mahatma Gandhi, Vallabhbhai Patel, Pandit Nehru, all these were on one side. Dr. Ambedkar, being the chairman of the Constitutional Committee, wanted to abolish, eradicate caste system. But the other side opposed. Why they opposed? Caste system came during the 300 years, and the caste system is an offshoot of Hinduism. I want everyone also to know. Hindu, the word itself was not there before 300 years. World is going to get shock now, right? But no issue. My birth certificate also mentions Hindu. So I have a right to talk. Yeah. So the word Hindu came just during the 300 years of British rule. There was no Hinduism in any of our Vedas, Shastras, Puranas, Idihasas, Bible, Quran. In any of the scriptures, it is not there. All of a sudden, during the 300 years it came. And Hinduism adopted this caste system. Now what is caste? How it came? Caste came from the word casta, C-A-S-T-A, casta, which is a word used by Portuguese. When the Britishers came to India, they borrowed that casta and made caste, C-A-S-T, caste. Caste is used when there is more than one species. Among plants and animals, there are more than one species. For example, among animals, there are elephants, horse, monkey, cat, dog. To identify them, the word caste is used. Caste has a meaning, right? Whereas, how can that be used among human beings? Right from the day of creation till this moment, nobody has ever said there are two species among human beings. Human is the only species. There are no two species. Correct? Man and woman joined together, get what? Another human being.
Yes.
Not a cat, dog or monkey. But in India, yes. Because of the caste system. You understand the point? This is it. This is the crux of it. So caste cannot stay even for a second among human beings. Then they are not human beings. There is no difference between those human beings and animals. Now again coming back to, according to the Hindu theory, this is now adopted by Hinduism. Hinduism claims casteism belongs to Hinduism. Okay. On this theory, even cats and dogs can enter into temples of worship in my country, in India. But human beings cannot. Why? He is untouchable Shudra. He is a Dalit. I am quoting a recent example to you. Okay, let the whole world listen to this. The Chief Minister of Bihar, Mr. Manchi, he went to a temple and offered his prayers in his state where he is the chief minister. Came out from the temple authorities washed inside. They say purification rites they did, saying that he was an untouchable Dalit. Laugh. Let everybody laugh. Let the whole world laugh for my country.
Sorry, but this is, well,
And we say we are developed. We are in 21st century. We are not even in 4th century India. Much prior to that. 4th century, I would say Stone Age. Right. Now listen. Another thing. Our Supreme Court of India passed several judgments. The caste system, as projected by Manu, it is made in the name of Manu. Manu means the first father.
first part, okay.
Okay? Manu did not say it. People said it in his name because they wanted it to be like that. Now the court says the caste system as projected by Manu and accepted by the Hindu society is the greatest curse for India. One judgment. Another judgment. The caste system conveys the message, divided we are, come and rule us. Yet another judgment. The caste system is a curse on India. The sooner it is destroyed, the better. It is not a new judgment. It is not passed today or yesterday or day before yesterday. Years back. Nobody listens. I say the poor Supreme Court, poor, helpless. Right? I once asked, if you are helpless, why you are there? Close it down. I will say like that. I have to say like that. Somebody has to say. Right? I have my right, being a citizen of India. Right? I say, if the judgments passed by my Supreme Court is of no value in my country, why? Before owning the people? I don't agree to all that. Now, our rulers, politicians, they don't listen to it. They give a damn to it. That is why no change. Correct? So, this has to come to an end. That is the reason I gave notice to the government. That is the reason. Now look, I don't believe in what we call mass rallies, destroying public property, creating nuisance for the people. I would not like to create nuisance even for a single person. I believe that's haram. Everyone has a right to live peacefully in this world. Right? I don't believe in agitations. I don't believe in all that. I don't believe in fighting. No. Everything should be peaceful. But people have to listen. Right? So I call it willpower. I say that this is the time for willpower. Everyone. Those who have willpower, they get away with what they want. I believe I have. I am supported by not thousands, millions of people. But I told everyone, don't come to the street. Don't. And protest, no. I have seen several such, it doesn't reach anywhere. So we want silently, without much, public nuisance, it is to be done. So this I am working on that aspect.
Mr. Kiko, so far, with your experience and all that, you are doing all this, where you have reached, or what is the feedback?
Yes. I have reached to a very great extent. There is a serious discussion going on among the politicians, advocates in the Supreme Court, judges in the Supreme Court, media. The only thing is that the media in India, they are very closed. None of these people, they want this to happen because they want caste. They want caste votes. Caste is used as a vote bank. Politicians. They don't care. Human beings are treated like animals, dogs, cats. They don't care. They want votes. Once votes are cast, they forget. This is India. You will not find any other country in the world this system, this dirty and ugly system only in my country. Because I tell you why it is survived. More than 80-85% of our people are ignorant, illiterate. They have no means. They have no clothes, no water, no shelter. I can say they don't have breathing power. What they will do? And those who have like 15-20%, everything, I fall in the 15-20%. Correct? They get away with whatever they want. This is what India is. But we have to come out from that. I always say that this 15-20% must take care of the rest of the people. They cannot. 80-85% of the people, they cannot take care of themselves. They still believe they are slaves. Still they believe they are slaves because the slave poison is already in their blood and it is being inflicted every day. The politicians. Now the judgments I quoted, Supreme Court judgment, who knows that? Till such time, in my last Bharat Yatra, I did for 95 days this year. Nobody, the public, no one knew that. I said loudly, the public, with mic, I told them, this is the judgment of the Supreme Court. They are wondering, such a judgment? Yes, because media, they don't write, they don't say. It's all one. I say, I put like this, they are all one group. You take most of the media in India, most, I don't say that all, right? They belong to either any of these caste, or a religion, or a political party, and they all want caste. This is what India is. So, now it's changing, it has to change. The time is coming. Today I said, I think today or yesterday I sent a message on the Facebook. A time is nearing, I will demand United Nations. I have a right. I am a member in this globe. 6.5 billion will not be there if I am not there. I believe in that. Less me, how it can be 6.5 billion? Am I right? I believe in that. So I have my rights. I call it my universal rights. Duties and powers that every person has. Every person carries it, but many people don't know how to use it. I know how to utilize it. But a human being, every human being has that power. We call it universal rights, duties and powers of a person, not a group. Group doesn't have all these powers. Even a country doesn't have all these powers. Every individual has these powers. That is how we become individual. Right? So I know how to utilize it. I will utilize it. I am using it. I will utilize it. Time is nearing. I want the government of India, do it. I want the Supreme Court of India, do it. Or I will demand the United Nations. Ask India to get out from there. Don't sit near the other nations. If this is what is happening in India. If India doesn't realize, recognize, give value to human beings, no, that time is gone. So that is where I am.
Are you facing any difficulties from any particular political party or any realistic party we can say?
No, I tell you about me. I am friendly with most of these people.
Okay.
Most of the politicians know me. Most of the ministers know me. Most of the what you call these organizations and all, they know me. I have been writing from several organizations in writing that they are in support of me. Okay. They know me because I am not a troublemaker. I don't call for any, what we call maramari, fighting and all. I am not into that. They know it. That's why they are with me. Right? So political parties were ready to go with me, but I stopped them. If one political party go with me, other political party will say, I belong to those political party, which I don't want. I am not. I have no politics. I am not a member of any political party. That's why I can do it. You will find very few people in India who is not a member of any political party. Ask many people. But I am not. I am not a member of any political party. Purposely I have avoided all this. because I have my mind, back of my mind. If I am, suppose I am a member of Congress, communists will say you are a congressman. That's why he is saying all this. Now nobody can tell me. I am not a member of any. So I can question them, I can warn them, I can love them. Correct. Likewise, any association, everyone, all of them support me. They know me very well. Yeah. I'm not a troublemaker, right? But I want what I want. I will not leave them. That's why any party rule, I don't care. I said in my many press conferences, I said very loudly, I don't care the Prime Minister of India, whether it is Mr. Narendra Modi or Sonia Gandhi or XYZ, I say like that. I don't care. This must be done. It's clear. I have no affiliation with anyone. And they cannot hate me. What I am saying, if what I am saying is not right, not justified, tell me. Arrest me. I am told to shut down the Supreme Court of India. Arrest me. I will go. Even arrest is not required. Just one telephone call, I will fly and go to them. Nobody needs to send me an arrest warrant. I am like that. Right? Just, even through air they tell me, Mr. Bose, you are wanted in India. I will go there. Now I will go. But they will not dare. Because justice is on my part. My point. If the justice is on your part, why to be afraid? Whom to be afraid? For what? I believe in that, and that's working. That's working very well.
One more thing, as you said that, you see, you've been here, mashallah, more than 38 years
That's right.
in this country. There is a, brotherhood between all the caste, all the religion, everything, respect everything.
Right.
Sheikh Rashid being given first time, like it's being given land for the temple.
That's right.
And as Islamic country, if you see that, pork is haram, it's
Haram.
prohibited.
Yes.
But we respect, there is some organization they're selling for non-Muslims.
Yes, yes, yes.
As a Christians and all that things. What do you think what is happening in India with the dispute between religion? And on, it's like a creating topic for politics to talk. If you just switch on your TV, any news channel, you'll have the debate, the live debate, and the different caste, different religion. What do you want to say about that?
I tell you one thing. India, my country, right? I always love my country. I tell everyone, love your country. Everyone. Because that's the motherland. Right? I go a little further. This country, if I do something wrong, let's say that, a human being can deport me. Correct?
Yes.
It's the right of this country. India cannot deport me. That's my country. If I become a nuisance, I will go to Indian jail. Not a foreign country's jail. Correct? So, this is applicable to everyone. So I tell everybody, love your country, like you love your mother. But in India, we don't have that. We don't have that. Majority of the Indians, the so-called 15-20%, I am telling you, the other 80-85%, they have no choice. Correct? The so-called 15-20%, they don't love India. They still live in India as foreigners. This is the problem that we have. And why all this happening? Why the dispute between religions? Because there is no religion for India. Hindu we call. What is Hinduism? There is no Hinduism. I have questioned, I have challenged. Hinduism has no principle, no ethics, no morals, no values. And just because it has come just within the 300 years, it was not there before. We had a principle in India, we call it Bharat. I said loudly, I am ashamed to call India. I demanded the government, change the name. India, you have to change the name India. From India to go back. Sri Mahabharat. That was our name. Even now, we use officially also Bharat. But India is more known outside.
Yes.
Correct? Now, why Hinduism? Right? All these issues there because the so-called Hindus, I say the 15-20%, the rest forget, they don't know. And they are not even treated as Hindus. Okay? They are untouchable Hindus. The touchable I am talking, 15-20%. They know, really they know, there is zero inside. That is why they are fighting. So I gave them the session, right? I said in the YouTube, all these are now, it's people are saying, it will take time for our people to watch everything, but it is there in the YouTube. I said very loudly and clearly, if Hinduism doesn't abolish caste system, right, I will be the first person, I will see that Hinduism doesn't exist. It has no right. So there is no principle in Hinduism.
Okay, Mr. Bose, as a UT News group, we will support you with your campaign.
Thank you very
And
much.
all the telecast, everything will be doing it for you officially, and we'll try to spread as much we can. We are not perfect, we are not 100%, but we will reach, we will let that this video, this interview goes to everyone, and to get the realistic knowledge of what you demand, and to be in with you in the campaign, and hopefully Indian governments or you said that as Bharat, the Bharat country should follow the ethics and everything what you have demanded.
Thank you very much. Don't have any doubt. It has to be done, and it will be done.
Do you have anything, any message for UT News, please?
Well, I would like you to support truth and justice. I believe in that. But many media in the world do not do that. They run after money, run after name, fame, richness. I know all these are required, but do not forget truth and justice. That's my message.
We will support you inshallah in everything.
And again, thank you so much. It was a great interview. You spent quite a lot of time with me. And I think this is the first time a media has ever told me that you will support forever, will highlight the facts to the people. And pranam.
Thank you. So viewers, this is Mr. Bose, and with the cameraman Mr. Santosh Kumar Pandey, me Ishan Ahmed. Thank you.